Hi, my lovely people. Happy Monday. It's Monday Madness, so that means we will recap a lot of stuff that has happened this weekend and the prior week of last week, and we'll go through some things. So, who's on the agenda today? Who's on that menu? Who's on that menu, Miss Storm? It would have to be Jasmine. It would have to be Jasmine. Now, I went over and I had watched when she was live doing the shots fired video, but I was not, do you hear me? Not there in the beginning. So I had to go and take a look of it and, see what was really, really going on. I mean, I don't know why it was first off named Shots Fired because she talked about absolutely nothing that her and Olivia were doing the prior night before. So it made absolutely no sense. She just sat over there like the slow person she is. But what I did catch, okay, was the shade she was throwing at her other children. And when I say other children, I mean other children in the sense of course, not Legendary. Of course, not the golden child. Of course, not the child by Chris, the man she is so obsessed with and love with. When them kids came out that bedroom and she heard that door, boy, she whipped that head around and gave the dirtiest look to those kids that she ever could. And when Amaya came up by her, she looked like Amaya had a cooties or had took a fart. She turned her head like, what? What's that? What's this? What's that? Why are you guys even here? Like they don't live there. Like they're not her children. She was sitting there, guys, bouncing Legendary, talking about Legendary, all into him, calling him stinker butt and nicknames and telling him how smart he is. Look how smart he is. He's smiling. Look at stinker butt. Look at that baby. The other kids, as soon as she heard the bedroom door knob go crank, crank, like they were going to come out, she was like, holy moly, donut shop. What do these idiots want? I'm sorry, y'all. That's the exact expression that was on her face. She turned around like, ugh. And what do these ones want? I don't want these ones. That's exactly how I took it. Now, let me just say this really, really quick, okay? When she was on there and she's been saying things such as they have had Chris's boys, they have taken them out, they have went shopping, she took in them shopping. Okay? And she was sitting there praising all the things they were doing with Chris's boys. I really think she was trying to make the Medusa Gotti woman mad. Like, if you let your kids come around, I take them shopping too. That's what that I thought it was just like a little bit of shade she was trying to throw at Medusa. But at the end of the day, Jasmine, the only shade that you threw was at your other children. Because once again, they're going to get at the age where they can watch this. They know what's going on because they live there. They see how you treat them. They see how you talk to them. They see how you do them. So you're throwing shade at your own children because you let the girls come out of the bedroom. Their hair was not combed. It was sticking up on top of their head. They had on play clothes, stained clothes. They looked like they had literally been in a dungeon all day. But you are sitting there on live talking about shots fired, talking about nothing that has to do with the shots being fired. Instead, it should be that you are fired off of mommy duty. Y'all, it really took me back how she was sitting there. Did y'all hear her with Stinkabug? Oh, he can say mommy. He's so smart when he really wants me or when he's really upset. Ain't that right, Dinkabug? Ain't that right, Dinkadink? And then when the other kids came out, she hurried up, hit the mute button, cussed them out. And you can always tell when Jazz is saying something that she doesn't want anybody to read her mouth. Like you could tell when she cussing somebody out or when somebody is saying something that can be used against her in the reactor's court of law. That's what I call when they make a mistake. It's the reactor's court of law. She put her hand up in front of the camera so that we could not read her lips because she was telling them to get back in the room right now. And I could just tell because as soon as she told him get back in the room, Amaya goes and stands by her shoulder. She whips her head back around and gives us that look. We all know that look. We all know that look good. We all know that look when, how when your mama, your auntie, your granny give you that look like, don't make me tell you again. You better go on back up in there. That's the look she threw to Amaya. Them kids took back off in that room so fast. Boy, it made my head spin. I was thinking, ooh, they was going back to the disco lights and the boogie oogie oogie, get down. Boogie oogie oogie, get down. And my whole thing was she was probably there for an hour, hour and a half. Not once did she go in there and check on the children. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to say this. When you blend older children and younger children together and they all have their own attitude, and I'm not saying this once again to be funny or talk about the kids, but they all have some kind of behavioral problems, some of them, and then some of them have obstacles to overcome. When you throw them all in a room together, it could be a chaos mess. You don't know what they're watching on TV. We seen that they were watching a rated R scary movie before when you walked in there and you did not care. You don't know what they're watching on TV. You don't know what they're playing. You don't know what they're doing. I mean, I don't know how people can be on here for hours, hours, and the kids just be off doing something. And I've seen that with Jasmine. Jasmine has been on live quite some time. I mean, we witnessed it all here on my live when she sat there and Legendary was screaming and crying, and I just let her talk. And people was like, where's Chris? Where's this? Where's that? What's going on? He can't get the baby. And she sat there for 2.5 hours like it was no problem. His crying does not bug her. Y'all, when Legendary cries or when Legendary whines, it does not bug her. If you notice on my live, she stayed cool, calm, and composed. If any of the kids just simply walk out of their room and say anything, God forbid, Phillip's children walk out and say that they're hungry, they're tired, they got a boo-boo, they got a headache, anything, she loses her marbles. But she was able to sit on live and listen to Stinkabug scream, yell, scream, cry, yell, and she never once got mad at him. Never once. And I could bet top dollar that when Jasmine got off that live, she went in there and she told them kids, didn't I tell you not to come out this room? What are you thinking? I mean, I would really, really think that she went in and gave them a good cussing out. And see, I can't stand a woman like Jasmine. I cannot stand when a woman treats the kids differently due to the fathers. That's what we're seeing. I had known someone like that in my life that treated her kids different because they had different fathers. She treated the one different because she was with the father versus because she's not with the father. Y'all, it's sad. It's sad and it's sick. And I really hope y'all caught this. I will see you guys down in the comments below.